fine, and you?
Good.
Nice to see.
Nice to see you too. I think there is question about what
Look.
life.
Hey, say hi.
Hey.
So, basically, I'm explaining, all the attendees, giving
For
information.
attendance.
Yeah, for attendance, for participants, if they have any question,
Record this or live.
It's live. It's live. So with everybody. So I was explaining basically, that we are in the venue now. We've got a small disconnection, but now we're back. So if you have any question related to the hackathon, you can use the chat on the right. I say hi to everybody, and feel free if you have any question to ask. So I'm just finishing. The key point about the hackathon. It's basically improving the way people are performing the Hajj, and so if you have any question, feel free to ask. What is important to know for the hackathon is that today it's a registration day. So what's gonna happen today? If you didn't get your access, this is the first things to do. So we have different buses organized from the airport to get you access to the venue. The access to the venue is directly in King Abdullah Sports City Stadium. So you cannot go to the venue if you don't have your badge, from the King Abdullah Sports City Stadium. And then today in the venue, doors will open from 3:30, and we will have the opening ceremony around 5. Basically, the opening ceremony is just to give you some information about the hackathon, and also if you don't have a team right now, we will find a way for you to help you to meet people and to teammate. So what is important also is that we have a Slack channel, and so we have a Slack channel. I will share, if you didn't get an invite, just ask and we will invite you on the Slack. On the Slack, you have different channels that you can use. One is to find a teammate. So basically, you can post messages like, I'm looking for a designer, backend, front-end developer, anything. This is my project and I would like you to help on something. So at any moment, you can just go on the Slack, and we will use this Slack also to communicate you key information about the hackathon all along the next 3 days. I can see just a first question, about the fact that someone is landing Wednesday night, and he's asking if he can still be part of the hackathon. Of course you can. Of course you can. The event will start tomorrow afternoon. So until tomorrow afternoon, anyone can come. It's free. So even if you're landing tonight, tomorrow morning, you will still be, we'll still have opening registration all along the morning and the early afternoon. So you can go, to the stadium, the sports stadium, to get your access, and then come here to the Jeddah International Exhibition Center to attend the hackathon. So no problem, Ahmad, you can attend the event. And for everybody, I know that a lot of people will arrive during the night. It's not a problem. You can definitely attend the hackathon from tomorrow. Just, what will happen tonight is just, we'll have some team creation workshops to help people, who are looking for teammates, who will help them to create teams, basically. So, this is the main thing to know, and I really recommend you also to join. You should have potentially an invitation on Slack, on the Hajj hackathon.slack.com, basically. And so you should have an invitation, and you should be able, to get also key information and potentially be able to join a team. So then, what are the key deadlines, for the event? The deadlines is, basically it's free until tomorrow. And tomorrow, we will open we'll have an official opening tomorrow. Like it will happen at before 3 p.m. at 2 p.m. And then what is important to know is that coding officially start at 3 p.m. So even if you come at any moment tonight or tomorrow morning, it's not a problem because, you know, code will start officially tomorrow at 3 p.m. So then, you know, what is important to know is that basically, you know, we have different platforms that we will use all along the hackathon. The first one is Slack, and Slack is for everything related to communication with participants. The second one is DevPost. So we'll use DevPost website that will be open tonight. So, you know, from tomorrow you will be able to just go on hackathon.devpost.com and register your team there. So basically, you know, you don't need to do it before being on site. When you will be on site, at this moment, you know, we will officially register your team on DevPost. And I think all of you got, you know, the participant kit, you know, by email. So I really highly recommend you, you know, to read this participant kit. You know, you can really see everything related to the hackathon. So what is, you know, why are we there? I think, you know, you remember that we're there, all of us, to improve the way pilgrims are performing the Hajj. You know the main challenges: food and beverage, housing, transportation, communication solution, waste management, fintech solution, road control and traffic control, travel and accommodation arrangement, healthcare. You know that what is important. You know is that it's good. Thank you. Yeah, good idea to read it now. So basically, I have an important question also for Amjad about which code can be used. So you can use open source code, everything, and you can use also APIs. Everything else, need to be fresh code. When you use open source, just it needs to be open, so accessible by other people. So yes, you can use open source code basically. The only thing you will have to do, you will see, during the hackathon, we'll just ask you on DevPost, to describe what has been creating during the hackathon. So what is open source, which component you use, and what is fresh, and what you have created, during the hackathon. Key information also, I'm just, reading also the participant kit with you now. You need laptop charger, smartphone. If you need adapters, we are in Saudi Arabia. I don't know if you come from another country, just check, that you have all the adapters, to be able to have power, basically. So, one thing that is important during the hackathon is we have few key deadlines that we will ask you, to respect, because, it's a big event, and it's a way for us, to have visibility about, teams during the hackathon. So the first deadline is like basically, when we start the event. So we start the event Wednesday, August 1st. We open the code at 3 p.m. And so the first deadline, will be the DevPost deadline. And DevPost deadline, it will be at 11 p.m. the day one. And what we will need at this moment, it's the very last moment, where we need to have all, your team registered on DevPost. Your project name, your project description, quite simple. Then you can edit it all along the hackathon. But, we will need you to respect this first deadline. So, the first night we have an overview of every team that are registered in the hackathon. Then, we will have few other deadlines all along the hackathon where we ask you, to update your submission on DevPost. Then, you will code all along the 3 days until Friday morning, where you will be judged. Just to let you know, you will have 3 different rounds of judging, because we have a lot of teams. And so during the round 1, we will have potentially, 400 teams, for example. And so we will go from 400 teams to 90 teams, 90. And this round 1 will happen Friday morning between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. So, all of you will be judged in different areas and in different rooms. And then, they will select the top 90 teams. Then we'll have in the afternoon a second round of judging that will happen, at 2:30 p.m., where it's the same. We have different rooms, and we will go from 90 teams to 10 finalists. And then Friday evening at 6 p.m., we will have final demos on the stage with the 10 best teams of the hackathon. I don't know, if you have any question. So, okay, I will continue, just with the hackathon, and then, if I have a question, I will answer. I think, just to explain, I think it's important, we've been talking about freshness of the code. It's important for you also to understand criteria. Basically, you have 4 criteria, sorry. One is design. So basically, is the UX and UI appealing? One is creativity. Is it really original project or really close to something that already exists? Simplicity. So, can we clearly understand, the concept of your project, and in few sentences, in few screens, understand why, and what we are doing. And impact. So, is it something that can be used and that can reach and help with millions of pilgrims, and that can have a deep impact, on the way people are performing the Hajj. Also the prize pool. Prize pool, it's 1 million riyad in equity investment for the first place, for the first seat, for the first team, basically. 500,000 for the second, and 350 for the third. So what you will need to know is that, logistically, I can see, there are some small questions about, let me see, I can see a lot of questions now. Okay, so when will we move from the hotel towards the event today? So I think, what I recommend you, for all these logistic aspect, is to be in touch. I will repost, the email about Hajj Hackathon provided by SFS CSP. And so, everything related to logistics, it's not exactly my stuff or production, but, you can send them an email. I just, posted the email in the chat right now. So, I think, they are organizing, a lot of buses, a lot of things, they're working hard, to make it happen. Sometimes, it can be confusing for you because, managing so many people. But at the end of the day, no problem. You will be you will be on site. So, and I have another question: is the demo will be for the selected 5 teams? So yeah, to explain you about the selected 5 teams. Okay, just to go into details. Okay, here I am in the exhibition center. So you can see it's huge, and I will show you where the judging will happen. So I have basically 2 main sides. Here, this is one side of the area, and here this is the other side of the area. And then, we have also big tents. I cannot make the visit now because Wi-Fi is not ready in these areas. But you have like big tent where you can have lunch, where you can have a rest with a beans bag, with a ping pong table. So we have basically everything. We can try to provide, to let you have a good experience. Then how it's going to happen. The D number 3. We have basically 18 judging rooms that are just here. Everybody that need to get that need to be judged will be judged, in this room. And so when we talk about the 5 team, basically it's the wrong one. All the teams will be judged in this room. So private demos that will be done to judges, but you will do to judges panel. And all of them will say, do the score, and the top 5 of each panel will be selected for the round number 2. And then, for the round number 2, it's kind of the same. We have also the same rooms that are allocated with also other judges panel. And what will happen, you will do the same demos to these judges to go from round 2 to round 3. And so, and this is how we go, from, like the round 1, each panel will select the top 5. In the round 2, each panel will select their best team that want to send to final. Let me see the other question. Just, one more thing about the demo that you need to know. It's a 2-minute demo. One thing that is really important to know, it's 2 minutes is really short. So, when you will do your demo, really, train yourself. Even the first day or even, the day before, start, to train yourself, because in 2 minutes, it's really, really hard, to convince people, to show them what you have to do. So, go straight to the point. You can do whatever you want in 2 minutes. What is important is a demo, but it's good, for 20 seconds, 30 seconds max to explain the context, what is the issue, when people are performing the Hajj, they cannot find, a spot to find good food. This is why we created this solution where, you have geolocalization of the best healthy dishes, in the area. And let me show you. And then, you do demo. And, this is what is important. The demo can be done the way you want, on a laptop, on your phone. You have screens, so you can plug your laptop. Or you can show your phone directly, because it will be small rooms, so you can show your phone directly to judges. You can do the way you want. If you have a question at the demo, feel free to ask. I can see one question: are we going to be provided with goods on coffee? So you will have good coffee, the first thing, and about goods, yeah, we will do our best. I think it's. I can see now. I don't have all the information about it, but I'm pretty sure you will have some stuff. So I have a question about the number of participants, and this is something that we will discover also, tomorrow. But we will be thousands of participants. How many exactly? We will see. Maybe 2,000, maybe 2,500, maybe more. Who knows? But the room is ready to accept a large amount of participants, basically. So I have a question about the breakfast in the hotel. Will you get a breakfast in the hotel? I think, for any kind of question like this, I'm really not into these details. So please, just send an email to Hackathon at safcsp.org.sa. I did, post the address in the chat, and they can provide you an answer. I believe, if you have a room, they will do our best, to provide you also breakfast. But just you can, if you really need the information, you can confirm it, with SAFCSP. So yeah, other question. Great, they are private demo. I saw that the demo for the selecting. Now, yeah, everybody will do a demo. Don't worry, you will demo your project. You will have also a paid dev post that you have to fill out. It just, to after the demo, if judges, need to have refreshment about your project, they can see your dev post page and how it looks like, because if they see a lot of team, it's good for them, to have a good page to remind them, the pitch you did with them. Don't worry about the internet connection. I know I have a small disconnection right now because we are in the middle of the setup. You can see now everybody is working, everybody is cleaning, everybody is working with wire, with different cables to make it work. But of course, internet is a key issue, and so they're working hard, to provide you good internet connection. Of course, internet is a key issue, and so they're working hard, to provide you good internet connection. Okay, do you have any other question? Okay, I can see a question till now. I didn't receive any info about visa flight. What should I do? I sent a letter to you yesterday by email. Okay, yeah. So again, for this, I'm really sorry. I cannot answer. I believe if you did send an email, if you didn't send an email, to SAF I think they're on it. And it's like they have like a lot of people working, to get all the visas and flight for everybody. It's a huge challenge. So I would just ask you, to be patient and maybe just ping them on the second email to be sure everything is okay. But just on this, I'm sorry, I'm not the specialist of all things related to visa and flights. So I have a question about the DevPost deadline. So the first DevPost deadline is Wednesday, so tomorrow at 11 p.m. When I say first DevPost deadline, what you will need to have on DevPost at this moment, you can see on the kit, on the kit we have shared with you, is one project created. All of you will have a team number, so the team number should be in the title of the project. So for example, my team number is B52, so I need to put the title with B52 and name of my project. I need to have my elevator pitch and a small, really small description. For the first deadline, you don't need to be detailed on the description of the project. And what is important is to have also all the team members in the project, so we can see all the teams that are created the first night. So the first deadline is Wednesday, 1st, 11 p.m. The second deadline for the post, where we'll ask you to have a full completed project, will be Thursday, 6 p.m. Thursday, 6 p.m. But you can edit the dev post and do submission and submission and submission all along the event, and you can change is not a problem. The only thing you need to know is that the last day, so Friday morning at 8 a.m., you will not be able to edit the dev post anymore. It will be finished. Question is, everyone need to be part of a team, or you can be alone? So technically, you can be alone. It works. Because it's basically in the rules, you can be up to 5 people. But we highly recommend you, to teammate, to create a team. For example, to join the Slack workspace and start to chat with people to see, if you can find, if you are a front-end developer, to find a back-end developer, or for the experience also. I think it's good to have several people in the team. So until tomorrow, you can teammate with people. So we recommend you, if you can, to try to create a team with several people. But at the end of the day, if you want to be by yourself, you can. Any info on the team building time? How would it go? So you will see how things will happen, about the team building. It will be, so it will happen this afternoon from 5 p.m. So, when we have the opening ceremony, it's going to be here. And then, it's going to be basically the beginning of the evening that will, this team building will happen. Team and project info will be visible for everyone. So no, they will not be visible until the end of the event. Then, we will make it visible for everybody. But at the beginning, it will just be accessible by the staff and the judges. Any other question? Any other question? Okay, thank you. A question about the opening ceremony. Would there be a live stream or link, to follow it? I'm not sure about it right now. If we have something, we will share it with you. Right now, I don't know. Which content can be shared. Maybe if there is a live, it will be shared, and we can stay on the Slack, and so people will publish the link so you can follow it if it happens. So I have a question from Ahmed about we should use Arabic only or we can use English. You can definitely use English, and you can use also Arabic. So you can do both. Basically, if you're good, if you're okay with English, it's not bad because many people speak English here. But if you don't speak English and you really have to, you can do everything in Arabic. Are we good? Okay. Okay, so I have another question. Is the prototype have to be fully functional? I mean, it's a hackathon, so we don't expect to have a live product at the end of the hackathon. Of course, the more it's functional, the better it is. But then, be clever. When I say be clever, if you have stuff that are not functional, do not show them, basically. Then you can have, for example, an app. If you have different tabs in your app, but only one tab is working, that's fine. The other tab can just be frozen, and people will understand that. Of course, the more it's developed, the better it is. But of course, we don't. We cannot expect for you to create something impossible in 48 hours. So can we have most of the features like simulated? Okay, it's kind of related. I mean, you can do what you can, but you need to know that mentors are technical person, most of them, so they will appreciate, to see things that work, basically. Any other question? Okay. Any other question? Okay. So thank you, everybody. It was a pleasure to meet you virtually, and I can't wait to see you in real. So have a great day. If you're flying now, have a great flight. If you just arrived, have a great rest, and see you very soon. You are very welcome from today to join, the exhibition center, and yeah, let's get ready.